When I'm on deck to walk out to the octagon, that is one of the most extreme moments of my life. Your heart's racing. You can hear 20,000 people just cheering and yelling and screaming your name. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Leben! When I go out there to bring those fans exactly what they want to see, and that's the crippler smash somebody.
Where did that come from? Oh! Leben with the uppercut. It is all over!
I'll take you out too, Vanderlei.
Everybody says they want to stand and bang with me, but if Vanderlei Silva can't do it, Mark Munoz definitely can't do it. The fact is, I throw devastating punches.
Toe to toe, look at this. Trying to finish. Goes hard. Caught with the left there. Chris Leben and Mark Munoz are two of the biggest power punchers in the 185-pound division. There's a good shot. He rocked him. Munoz trying to finish.
I'm able to land bombs wherever I'm at. I'm definitely gonna put him where I want him to be. He has trouble with guys that move, and he's definitely gonna have a hard time with me inside the octagon.
And there it is. Wow. Body shots by Munoz. He got rocked. Trying to finish.
Mark Munoz has got the most vicious grounded pound in the sport. When you watch him pound on guys, you just can't help but go, oh!
There's only one problem. When that bell rings, I'm gonna come straight at him and I'm gonna rip his head off.
You're gonna see an exciting fight, so don't blink.
Making Apple D App and Taboo and everybody happy as the proud Filipino enters the octagon tonight. Born in Japan on the base, and then growing up in California, he was an All-American not once but twice at Oklahoma State. Won the National Wrestling Championship in 2001. Academic All-American. I mean, this man has it all. He's got the skills, he's got the heart, the desire, he's got the class and determination. Does he have enough to beat Chris Leben tonight?
Well, he has been steadily improving as a mixed martial artist. Came into the sport as an elite athlete, but has slowly but surely absorbed all the different techniques of mixed martial arts. And in the CB Dalloway fight, we really got to see the evolution of his stand-up game when he uncorked a picture-perfect right hand to hurt CB Dalloway very badly before he finished him off. Mark is taking a big step up in this fight, but he feels he's ready. And again, he is an amazing athlete and has that wrestling to call back on if he ever gets in trouble.
Gives a ton of credit to Krzysztof Soshinski, who is a member of the great cast of fighters at the Reign Training Center that Mark opened in 2009. And Krzysztof has really worked on his diet, and he's a scientist, is Krzysztof Soshinski, with that, in his strength and conditioning. And then you add Jason Mayhem Miller, you add Jake Ellenberger to the mix, and the fact that Anderson Silva and the Nogueiras wanted to learn wrestling from Mark Munoz, one of the most respected guys in the game today.
Yeah, you know, it's such an amazing crew they've got down there of talented fighters all working together, all sharing techniques. And Mark Munoz is the wrestling specialist out of that group. A very, very technical wrestler, as well as being incredibly physically strong. And very fast, especially with his footwork.
The Filipino wrecking machine, Mark Munoz. an instant star. After his appearance on season 1 of The Ultimate Fighter tonight, Chris Leben enters the octagon for the 19th time in his UFC career. You know, and of the many things I read and you watch and you think about when you look at Chris Leben, he was the 2010 comeback fighter because he was going through a rough patch and then, boom, he was able to beat Aaron Simpson and then, yeah, sure, I'll fight Akiyama. And all of a sudden, Chris Leben is very prevalent, very pertinent in the middleweight talk of title people.
Well, once he knocked out Vanderlei Silva, that, you know, that really, to put Chris Leben phrase to it, put a stamp on his career. You know, it really let everybody know this is a legit contender. This is a guy who's capable of doing that to any man who stands in front of him. Chris has amazing confidence right now. He is at the peak of his mixed martial arts career, both in terms of his talent, his momentum, everything. He's there right now. This is his moment, he believes. And he believes that Mark Munoz is but a test on his way to a shot at the title.
3-time knockout of the night winner, 2-time fight of the night winner, and coming off a 27-second knockout of the legendary axe murderer Vanderlei Silva. Grew up literally in the gym in the Pacific Northwest. Now runs his own school in Oahu, Hawaii, and the southpaw, the crippler, Chris Leben, is set for our main event of the evening against the Filipino wrecking machine, the national wrestling champion, Mark Munoz. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. Leben is 31, Munoz is 33. He's 1 inch taller, reach is nearly identical. Let's get this thing started with the official introductions, the veteran voice, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Our 3 judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Andy Roberts, Carlo Urso, and Chris Watts. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Mark Goddard. And now, from the sold-out LG Arena in Birmingham, England, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record, 11 wins, 2 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 186 pounds. Fighting out of Vallejo, California, USA, Mark, the Filipino wrecking machine, Munoz. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a freestyle fighter, holding a professional record, 22 wins, 7 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 186 pounds. Fighting out of Oahu, Hawaii, USA, Chris the Crippler Leben! Chris.
Okay, gentlemen, been over the rules in the dressing room. You know exactly what I expect. Keep yourself protected at all times. Listen to me at all times. When I say stop, you stop. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Let's do this.
Oh, let's do this. Chris Leben, Mark Munoz, non-title fight. Main event, though, scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
Okay, here we go, main event. Are you ready? Are you ready? Come on. Let's do this.
Here we go. Dark trunks for Leben, white trunks for Munoz. Munoz is going to try to mix things up. He's going to try to disguise the shot.
He's also going to try to capitalize on his hand speed. And there's the shot. and he's got him down.
Trying to work his neck free. Leben holding on tight.
Leben's holding
Munoz
on.
is out.
Wrist control, it's there, yes.
Munoz, a high-level wrestler.
Munoz he's got to flatten him out and get Chris on his back so he can work some of that ground and pound. He has Chris's arm tied up. This could be an arm triangle, and Chris realizes it, snuck it back into position.
Well, you speak of ground and pound. He's got that what he calls Donkey Kong ground and pound, vicious ground and pound possessed by Munoz.
Chris got back up.
Wall walk and perfectly done. Watch for Munoz to try to take him right back down. Good shots to the body.
Vicious body punches by Munoz.
What Munoz knows he doesn't want to do is get into a tight slugfest with him. Munoz working hard for the takedown. Oh, nicely
Munoz
done.
dragged to the ground and landed a right hand and another right hand by Munoz.
But now it's Leben with the takedown.
Leben on top.
Heavy ground and pound. Munoz right back up. Both men tested early. Heavy shots from the crippler.
Big right hands by the crippler.
Munoz has got to get out of there. And he ties him up. Chris Leben can finish fights with those shots that he threw a moment ago, those tight shots, Joe.
Both men have the ability to knock either one out.
Watch for Munoz to potentially fake the shot and come with a big left hook. Pushing forward. Leben with the foot stomp. Good body shot. Leben got the leg.
Leben caught the knee and dumped him down again. Leben going for a standing guillotine. Doesn't quite have the arm under the chin, though. He's trying to maneuver it into place. He's got it better now. Now it's better. He feels confident. He drops down with it.
A lot of time, Joe. 90 seconds on the clock here in the first.
Well, it's tough to see where he's got it here, but he does not have full guard, so it makes it much more difficult.
And Munoz is out.
Munoz pops out. And Chris took a big, deep breath. And Chris keeps giving up that arm, that left arm, for the arm triangle of Munoz, if Munoz wants it.
Nice shots from the bottom. And nice shots from the top with the left.
That's the right hand. That's the real power hand of Munoz.
Oh, another big shot.
That was a vicious right hand. And now Munoz looking for a guillotine, perhaps.
Leaning on Leben with 40 seconds on the clock here in the first.
More round and pound. Oh,
big right hand.
Vicious shot by Munoz.
And again.
Oh, and Leben fires back. Hook hits Leben's chin. Leben has the more ridiculous chin in
Munoz
MMA.
again. Gotta watch the neck.
Bombs.
20 seconds.
And now he's on top.
Munoz is back up. Big breath, big deep breath from Chris Leben. What a first round. Both men came to fight tonight in the UK.
What a round. Wow. And here, Chris Leben gets a takedown on Mark Munoz, and I bet Munoz didn't expect that. And there's a nice knee, but Leben catches it, and Leben slams Munoz again. Now here's Munoz on top with a big right hand to the temple. And some ferocious punches here. Look at this. Boom, that one on the chin, full power.
Yeah, you stopped the shot a couple times, okay? Cross facing, cross face. Okay, now Chris, take your time and keep those hands up. That's the main thing. He's gonna come to you.
All right, 20 more minutes.
Let's go, Mark.
Keep an eye on the conditioning of both fighters and the cardio. Chris is still breathing very heavy. Munoz looks much fresher.
It was an amazing pace.
Okay, Jason,
and
round 2, here we go.
Leben took
Let's do
the
this.
big power
Yes.
shots.
Round 2. This fight is one swing away from being over at any time.
And Leben almost tucked that uppercut through. And Munoz has, in my opinion, what appears to be a good speed advantage. Throws his punches a little quicker. But Leben's punches, when they land, are just ridiculously powerful.
Mark Munoz is a world-class athlete, plain and simple.
And Munoz looked for the trip there.
Munoz wants to make Leben work in this position.
And he gets him
And he
down.
gets him down.
Very nice. But he's got to look out. Leben has a good guard. Very underrated guard.
And Munoz likes the hammer fist if he can get a chance to utilize it.
And great punches to the body by Munoz.
Top position for the Filipino wrecking machine. There it is. That big, heavy right hand, not once but
That was
twice.
a brutal punch.
And trying to
Another
do
one
some
to the
more.
temple.
More of the same.
And Leben's trying to fire back from the bottom.
Munoz
bleeding.
stands up. To the body.
And Munoz lands again. And Chris plods forward like a member of the Walking Dead cast.
I'll tell you what, he is a competitor. It's hard to stop Chris Leben.
And Munoz on top again. And this is where, if he gets that right hand free, this is where the ground and pound comes.
Elbow.
Thank you. Back against the fence.
Leben has got to tie Munoz up. He's got to stop these punches from coming.
He's exhausted.
He's giving up his back. Can't do that.
Mark Munoz trying to pass the biggest test of his fighting career.
He is taking some bombs.
A frustrated Chris Leben.
Very
Relentless
few
is
human beings
Munoz.
who could have taken those shots.
Munoz got to be careful with his neck, though.
Leben's on top.
Trying to crank the neck
He's
of
working a
Munoz.
choke. It's tough to see if it's under. It's tough to see from this angle. But he is squeezing. He feels like he has it.
Munoz trying to push away. Trying to get himself out of trouble.
He just needs a little bit of space and relax. And he let it go.
More energy used by Leben, though, in the submission attempt.
And Leben is a bloody mess at this point.
Doctor, Mark, stay there for me.
Doctors are going to take a look at it.
Doctor. Mark, there. Doc, he's telling me he can't see. Sit down.
Going to check the cut.
Come on.
Oh, no, he's saying he can't see.
How's it work? Let me see the cut, please. I want to see. Let me see. No, that's good. Chris, tell me. If you tell me you can't see, I'm going to stop this fight.
Can you see?
You can see. Look at me. Okay, doctor, out we go.
All right.
Wow, that's kind of a strange way to approach it. He said he couldn't see, and then he said, if you tell me you can't see, I'm going to stop this fight. Okay, I can see.
Yeah, he also said, let me work.
You know, you really can't ask a fighter like that. You have to ask him if they can see.
And he pushes forward again. Now he's cranking the neck of Munoz.
And Chris again is looking for that guillotine choke. He's trying to get his hands connected. He cannot. But he is on top.
And knocking him.
Mark
Explodes right out of there. And a lot of time on the clock here in the second. The conditioning of Munoz is outstanding. And it's a big difference in this
horrible body punches by Munoz. Oh!
Nice big right hand. Front choke again is what the corner of Leben's talking about. But Joe, that choke is going to get more difficult as he gets more exhausted.
Unquestionably. He's worked really hard for it several times, and that does gas your arms out. Munoz on top, full mount again, and he's going to uncork some bombs.
Final seconds of the second round. What a show these two men are putting on.
Oh, yeah, I got it. There you go. Sit down. Heart rate down. What's that?
I'm down this side. I can't see shit. Chris, I can fix it. Come in this side.
You all right? I don't think you can see, man. I don't think you can't see. He can't see.
I think he just said, I'm done this round. I can't see.
He can't see out of his eye. He can't see out of his eye.
You can press him. He's tired.
He cannot see.
That's it. That's it.
It is all over. This fight is over. Mark Munoz, the victory here in the UK.
You know, and that is the wise choice.
Yes.
If he can't see out of that left eye, he's not going to be able to defend himself as well. And who knows what kind of damage he could have taken on that eye. Amazing performance by Mark Munoz. Followed the game plan, did everything he needed to do, and took out one of the most dangerous guys in the division. And this is where he cut him, with that right hand. And that one was on the eye. And then he follows up with several more. And here you see the bleeding already. Punch after punch to the eye.
Let me take care of you first.
The doctor came in, the referee, the officials did a wonderful job. Chris Leben said he cannot see out of that eye. And as we've said many times, priority number one is the safety of our fighters. So the stoppage and the victory for Mark Munoz. The biggest win of his mixed martial arts career. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of round number 2, the corner of Chris Leben has called a stop to this fight, declaring the winner by TKO, Mark, the Filipino wrecking machine, Munoz.
Big win tonight for the All-American wrestler.
All right, I'm here with the winner, Mark Munoz. Mark, the biggest victory of your mixed martial arts career. Yes. A huge victory over Chris Leben. A very, very, very tough fight. Give us your thoughts on the fight.
Man, first off, I'd like to thank Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. Guys, I'd like to thank my training partners at Rain Training Center and Kings MMA. Chris Leben is a tough competitor. I knew I had to look out for his left hand, and he came with it, man. He came with it. I had to get rid of my brawling instincts, and I had to stick to my wrestling, so that's what I did.
What was the game plan coming in here? You knew you had to deal with that power. What was the game plan?
I had to get my angles. Had to get my angles, utilize my wrestling, hit my single leg, and utilize my ground and pound, and that's what I did.
Congratulations, a huge, huge victory for you. This moves you up the ladder one step closer to a shot at the 185-pound title. Give us your thoughts on that.
You know, I paid my dues in this weight class, and I think I deserve a title shot.
Well, I'd love to see that. Congratulations on a huge victory to you, sir. Mark Munoz, ladies and gentlemen.
Also, guys, I'd like to thank Chris Leben, a wonderful competitor, guys, a great ambassador for the sport. Give a hand of applause for Chris Leben, guys.
It's as if the baton has been handed from Randy Couture to Mark Munoz for class. Here's Chris.
All right, Chris, tough loss. You said you couldn't see. Tell us what was going on. You got hit with a big shot.
Hard to fight when you're choking on blood, you know. He got me good, and I was coming sliding all over. It kind of helped his grappling, I think. I couldn't stick to anything. There's blood everywhere, but...
The first round was just an incredible round, a real back-and-forth slugfest. Give us your thoughts on that round.
Munoz is a national champion wrestler. He's as good as they come on the ground, and I definitely going to need to evaluate my ground game after that performance. He did a fantastic job on the ground. I wanted to keep it on my feet. He out-wrestled me tonight. Takes a man to know when they're beaten. He beat me tonight. My hat's off to Munoz.
Well, Chris, you are constantly evolving and constantly getting better. I'm sure you will get even better because of this fight, and I look forward to seeing that improvement and seeing you again, sir. Chris Leben, ladies and gentlemen.